a major snowstorm is about to erupt into the Northeast, and we will also cover the snow depths of the snowstorm that could occur by the following weekend and the next week. And with that, let's get into this video. And hello, everybody. This is episode 6 of Blizzard Edition with Mr. Weather Forecast. So, welcome back, guys. I am so glad to do a 6th episode. Honestly, I've never been here for a little while, other than that I dropped the 5th episode covering a previous state that I did cover. I think it was like a few weeks ago, but other than that, that is really, memorable for me. But today, this is the day we're about to cover another snowstorm that could impact yet again to my state in Virginia. But not only in Virginia, the most heaviest could occur in Maryland and Delaware, which this is what we'll cover today. We will show the snow models, the inches of the snow that could come down today. And without further ado, let's get started. So anyways, folks, currently you're looking at a GFS model. Now, as you can see, GFS, also known as the global model, is showing from here. We can see that there's nothing going on today, but something out of the ordinary has just occurred. So down here in the southeast, in South Carolina and Georgia, looks like there is a low pressure system that is going up here into the northeast, possibly in the northeast, and to the southeast of North Carolina. As you can see, there was an unusual snow mixed with rain here in eastern Kentucky and eastern West Virginia. But as the low pressure does move up here, you can see that there could be a considerable rain mixed with snow. But as you go further into the later days, you can see that there's going to be a very considerable amount of snow up here in the northeast and the east and southeast of Virginia, which is really, really considerable and possibly very moderate. But not only that, this cyclone bomb effect is also about to hit in parts of Delaware, Maryland, and also for some parts of New Jersey. And as we go further, the northeast looks like New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts are about to take a hit from this cyclone bomb, and eventually this will continue to expand by later into the following week and weekend. And also, as you can see, that cyclone bomb, the low pressure system, is about to go into the northeast, and then eventually we'll move on into Canada and the Atlantic sooner or later. Anyways, folks, we will also take a closer look of the snow depths and the snow and the inches of that snow. Anyways, here we are with the snow depths. As you can see, nothing out of the ordinary, but as later in the following week, you can see there is going to be a very considerable amount of snow again in the east seaboard and the northeast. As you can see, there is that snow, and now that low pressure system that comes here, first comes the wave of rain, and eventually it will reach up here into Virginia, causing a pretty heavy snowstorm. And also, not only Virginia is just going to get a lot of snow, but also Maryland and Delaware are about to be one of the biggest hits for the snowstorm, and it will eventually reach into the northeast, such as New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and also for some parts of Massachusetts and some in the southern parts of New Hampshire and the southern parts of Maine as well, including Vermont, New York, eventually going to the northeast and eventually reaching into the Atlantics, and also for some in Canada as well. And we will also take a closer up look of what looks to be the heaviest snowstorm in Virginia, and including for Delaware and Maryland. So here is a closer up look. Again, as you can see, nothing out of the ordinary, but as I said again, later in the week, this is when we'll get that rain. Rain comes first at 7 a.m. and eventually by later at 1 p.m., this is when you're about to expect to see some snow. Now, at first, you'll see some light snow in the northwest and west parts of Virginia and the eastern parts of West Virginia. Now, as the hours progress, you can see that there's going to be a considerable amount of snow, mostly in the southeast, possibly in Norfolk. It looks to be about 14 inches of snow, so pretty heavy, pretty considerable, but mostly moderate. But as the hours pass by, this snowstorm is about to be very considerable, and eventually the most heaviest could be in parts of Maryland and Delaware. So Delaware and Maryland are about to take a pretty big hit from this snowstorm. Meanwhile, in Virginia, it's about to be a little bit more moderate, and in West Virginia is possibly getting the most moderate snowstorm, and eventually will reach into the later parts of the Northeast. Folks, one more thing, we will also be making a slideshow on how to survive a winter storm like this, and I will make that by tomorrow and eventually upload it by the following weekend so you can know how to survive while you're on the road during the snowstorm like this one. And also that I will do a live stream in the following weekend if I can, and I will cover for Delaware and Maryland, and also my home state Virginia and West Virginia as well. So anyways, folks, this was a short video today, but tomorrow there will be more updates like this. As always, folks, have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, and as always, goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.